Hello guys, and yes, we're recording. Okay, hello guys, and this is a drink review of a drink called the Summer Edition Juneberry Smock Red Bull, basically a Juneberry flavor. I have no idea what Juneberry is in Swedish. It says even here when smak means flavor in Swedish, but even on the back it says where I guess it's called Juneberry in Swedish. Is that juniper berry in English? What we in Sweden call Juneberry? Because I would think that Juneberry is like an English name, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it smells very berry-y. Just like a mixture of like björnbär and something else is what it smells like. I'll say pretty nice looking color. It's a bit lighter in real life than on camera, but it's a good I don't know, what would you call that color? Obviously it's some type of purple, but and the name comes I'm recording this at 10:05 on the 6th of not the 6th the 2nd of June 2023. So this is the first thing I do today. The aftertaste is a bit too sweet for me. But other than that, it has a good I want to say björnbär. What is that in English? Like berry? That's what it reminds me of. Let's see. Juneberry English. Let's see what that is. Saskatoon. I don't think that is what it means. Because Juneberry is so they have spelt it the English way, but they're using Swedish before and after. If it said Juneberry flavor, I'm like okay, but it says Juneberry smock. So it throws me off there, but Juneberry, June, as in the month of June, I guess. Oh, alright. Oh, I've seen these things. Yeah, they look in a sense, like a blueberry. But it tastes more like a björnbär. So, and Frida Kahlo, no idea who this is. Okay. Let's do some comments, because I have, before I do comments, today, and who knows how good it will end up, because you can probably tell already I'm a bit scatterbrained. I plan on I want to do at least maybe 3, maybe even 4 the thing I do when I play video. First looks, there we go. So I just have them ready to go, because I kind of want to do, release 3 first looks a month. Until I find maybe a game where I'm this game I want to do a let's play off, and then first looks will be replaced with a let's play. So I'm decided, I'm not gonna do first look and let's play at the same time. It's one or the other, and I'm probably gonna jump back and forth between them. But maybe in 2 minutes I'll feel differently. Alright, let's see. Comments. By Jahidi. I like your cut, G. And that was on Best of Halloween April reaction. Thank you. I like it too. Just that I've been like, fuck, I don't want to shave my head anymore. Like, I've already shaved my head 3 times to try and keep the hair down. And, you know, my beard. I'm now like, fuck it. Just let it grow out now. I think my hair grows a little bit too fast for my liking. Let's see. Memoid Yin Yang haircut. Yes. This haircut was actually inspired by my trimmer. My trimmer had like 50% battery left, so I decided just to do 50%. And I also did just... probably can't tell. Yeah, I also did like my body 50%. Except for the, you know, the nether regions I didn't touch. Because I don't use that razor for that. Or trimmer for that. I use just a standard like Gillette thing. Let's see. Foxy Zero, you should drink more alcohol. And that was on my drink review, Le Coq Virgin Blue Lagoon. And, I mean, the alcohol, now, all the alcoholic drinks I've drank have all been like the virgin versions, meaning they're alcohol free. Because I tried alcohol many moons ago when I was like little. Accidentally tasted some white wine. I thought it was... I don't know what I thought. I tasted it. As soon as it touched my mouth, I was like, oh god, this is disgusting. And I've never touched alcohol after that. Other than, you know, the occasional cider here and there. There's like 1, maybe 3%, you know. Then I drank just a little bit. Like a can worth. I've never felt like buzzed or anything. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think alcoholic drinks are my thing because all of the non-alcoholic ones I've tasted have been awful. I don't think I've enjoyed a single one. Let's see. Grinderson Gear. The thing is that this does really good with subtle storytelling through a method called show don't tell, where they tell the story through the environment instead of exposition of dialogue. If you look closely, you can see the elements of whatever narratives are trying to show here revealing itself. I especially like the subtle approach to our protagonist, the one space marine, that we see in the end of the animation. How the offense kind of signals him out as being the character of focus, you can tell, because the damage of his armor both around his body means he was the one that was taking the hits from that laser turret that crushed red parts of his eyes, showing that he was one that was being strangled by those psychers. That's how this whole thing is being approached, and admittedly, if you don't catch on to those elements, those subtle hints of narrative, then the whole thing can feel like nothing but a bunch of action set pieces. Go even in that case, it's impressive considering it was all done by one guy, and doing that kind of CGI animation as one person is unfathomably impressive. No wonder Games Workshop hired him. And that was on my Astartes reaction, all parts. I mean, I will say I understood, like, that thing, I understood that the one space marine that we see throughout the whole thing is, like, the protagonist, like, that wasn't lost on me. Let's see. I still think the narrative and all that was shit, but I mean, yeah, sure, it's good for like you could say, like it's good for one person. Like it looks good. Like I completely agree. Like Astartes look great, especially when you think about it was just one guy, amazing. But you know, now when he's been hired by Games Workshop, maybe he'll be able to do something else, something actually good. I mean, the fact that how long it's taken and all that stuff, probably not. I mean, I'll just be honest what I think. If Astartes 2 comes out, or whatever project this guy is doing for them, will it be good? Probably not. But I'll give it a chance. Because maybe... because then they'd like put him in charge of the Astartes 2 or something. So like to really let him, you know, show what he got. Is he someone that can actually make a story? Or is he more of a, what's it called? Like an old school where they have no dialogue. You know, that type of stuff. Like, I'm looking forward to see what he does. But it's kind of like, I actually think the Black Talon, the show, is like the best thing that's come out of Warhammer Plus. Well, I say the best thing is probably, I should probably say the only good thing that's come out, in my opinion. Because I'm someone who cares more about story and characters rather than graphics and animation, all that. I don't really care that much about that. So that's probably why I felt like Astartes was like, meh. Because the thing that Astartes does really, really good is not something I value very much. While the things it does extremely poorly or not at all are things that I value. But yeah, heart that comment. And then Peahc, something in Russian, and since I'm on my desktop, YouTube doesn't give me the what's it called, the auto translate feature that you get on like mobile. So I have no idea what you said. Lazul. Sorry, and the comment by Peahc is on my first look, The Hunter Call of the Wild. Now, Lazul. A tutorial of this game are good as fuck to learn arcade fighters, to be honest. And that was on my first look, them's fighting hurts. And then there's another comment right here by Lazul. For arcade fighters, I don't recommend you to use controller. Use keyboard, honestly, it makes every input much easier and quicker. Every button only controller for fighters is in fact notably OP. And there was a time where they were not allowed in tournaments for this reason. Now they are though. Alright. I mean, I guess that would make sense because, I mean, when... Don't they use like arcade sticks or something when they do like these type of fighting games? I've seen some things where they use... So it's kind of like, yeah, you know what? The keyboard is kind of like that. But I think for me, it's kind of like because I'm so used to like the only like fighting game that I've actually enjoyed and actually played, like I would say an okay amount, is like Melee and Brawl. So that's kind of like why I'm so used to controller. But yeah, I mean, I've already uninstalled that game, so I'm probably not gonna go in and do the tutorial. Even though I guess the tutorial was like the intro, the beginning of the story that I was doing. So I did some, but man, it was very boring. Let's see. And then another comment by Peahc, that's in Russian, on the same video that he or she left a comment before. Grant, first look, question mark. Haven't various VTubers been showing this for a while now, question mark. And that was on my first look, Idol Showdown. And the first look is my first look. It's a series that I do, like on the channel, like the first look of this game. And yeah, like Sul also said that it's my first look, not others. And then on the same video, the Idol Showdown, Lazul is kind of telling me a bit how you do special moves and you block by walking back and stuff like that. That's too complicated for me. Having to walk back away from my enemy to block, that's way too complicated. Just give me a dedicated button for block. Let's see. Quirtgert. Bro told the barber which spot he wanted to be bald on Death Skull. And that was on my video. This show has some good Rihanna and brutality. A short video. Nope, did not tell the barber anything because I do it myself. Why would I pay someone to just shave? Yeah, like the amount you would spend on the barber just to them to do it once, you can buy a trimmer yourself. You buy the trimmer for the amount that you would do it once. Even cheaper actually. I mean, the trimmer I got was like 200-300 Swedish kroner. And like if you go to the barber whatever, it's like 400 to 600 minimum. Which why I've not gone for many years. I think the last time I went was when I made my hair brown. I did that at a hair salon where they dyed your hair. Jesus, how many years was that? Like they dyed your hair and they straightened it. Like I tried that. It wasn't my thing, but you know, it's just hair, it grows out. Let's see. Shishigami LP and a cute Fluttershy profile picture. I like that. Alright, let's see. Some tips. Never run. Animals can hear you from 200 meters away and spook fast. Better to crouch walk. Better to crouch walk. Cover is your best friend. Move from bush to bush and try to keep hidden. Always try to go against the wind, else the animals smell you and they spook. When shooting, try hit the lungs or liver. Brain shots are unethical and you get penalized for it. But how is shooting the brain unethical? Like, how is killing them instantly, like, unethical? You would think hitting them in the lungs or the liver it would be worse. Because then they're alive for longer. And they're bleeding out. While you shoot them in the head, they're dead. Like, I understand this, like, this is what the game says. Like, Shinigami is telling me that that's what the game says. And that's probably how, I guess. Because that game seems to be like going for like really realistic hunting. So that to me is like retarded. In the beginning, try to limit yourself to species no bigger than fallow deer or white blacktail. The 243 can take down red. Okay, I guess that's the name of the gun. Can take down red deer, but you need to be super precise with your shot. Learn the animal's need zone times. Each animal has its schedule and wanders from zone to zone depending on time of day. Hirschfelsen is extremely hard for beginners due to the amount of foliage and lack of long sight lines in the woods. Try Laytown Lakes to get some easier kills in. Use the callers to bring animals to your position instead of stalking them for miles on end. thanks for the tips. Yeah, I mean, this is probably like basic hunting tips. But I don't know, I think I'm too impatient for that. Especially in like video games. Like if it was in real life, maybe I would be more, because then, you know, just have some drink, whatever, relax. Maybe watch something or just do whatever. But in a video game, I want action. I want things to do. Let's see. Blake, hunting and fishing. When I first got the game, I thought the same way as you. If you look up some tutorials online, it becomes much more fun. You can hunt for rare trophies and mount them. You can also get stuff at the shops such as better gear and weapons. As on my first look, the Hunter Call of the Wild. Yeah, I mean, I uninstalled the game because it really isn't my type of game. Just a hunting game, but you know, basically I got it for free, so just try it out. Let's see. Okay, and Lazul had something with That Cool Gamer. This game ain't bad with the infinite ammo sheets from the cheat engine script. Then That Cool Gamer. What? There is a sheet. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, basically, Lazul and that guy is talking about, you know, cheating in video games. And I don't understand. I think the other guy kind of like has, like, cheating in game makes trophies invalid. Like, well, it's a single player game, right? Who cares? I'm kind of like on Lazul's side. You're not hurting anyone. It's not like multiplayer cheating. Let's see. Duplin, freshest cut yet. Thank you. And that was on my The Swedish Job, Sundance Rejects by Incognito Mode Reaction. Lazul, this look is funny. I approve it. Thank you. And also my drink review, Sporty Feel. Man, there's a lot of comments. Probably because I haven't done like a comment answering video for quite a while. It's kind of like there's way more comments than I normally get on a drink review, because the drink reviews tend to come out faster. Let's see. Vaporware, cool hair, danke. And that's it of the comments. So, I mean, we're recording now for 23 minutes and 20 seconds, so I guess I could just do a little preview of some of things I've done. Like, I've painted some of these Russian female space warriors. Like on the hobby update video, well, you'll get more, but I've done that. And also I've tried, you know, like some of the basing styles. You know, these are for my Peahc guard, like my Imperial Guard or Astra Militarum. On this one I used milliput. Then I used one of these rollers, like texture rollers, to try and get like just an industrial, like metallic base. And it ended up pretty well for a first time. There are some spots where the roller didn't get, probably because my milliput thing, like my layer was very uneven or not even enough. And yeah, but as a first try, that's good, I think. And also I don't mind a few like missteps here and there. It's just because you're gonna put the model on, so you're gonna cover some of those, and then on the others, just it's opportunity for you to hide it with battle damage or like weapons, bodies, skulls, you know. And then on this one, I use like a Daz modeling clay, it's called Daz. And that one, like I tried it on this and thought, it might shrink. For me, it didn't shrink at all. Maybe because I use like some water on the base itself. I think the reason why it maybe shrinks up, maybe it shrinks a certain amount, but to me it didn't really. I mean, it shrunk like that, not like this. And when I say it like that, maybe a millimeter, and that's being generous. The thing about this one is that it's so much easier to use because you don't have to mix two parts together. It is a bit more sticky, whatever, on your fingers, but it also goes away easier. It's softer, but I don't know, like the texture quality isn't as good as the Milliput. But I think it's mostly just I've used Milliput before. This is the first time I used this, so and I mean, you probably wouldn't. You can't really tell difference when you look at it from like 30 centimeters away. So yeah. But one thing about this is that it is a lot thicker. Like I use it a lot thicker, so it has way more like it's not flat. Yeah, so that's something I have to work on. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. Like when I look at it, I cannot tell when I look at it like this. But it's something. So yeah, thank you for watching and goodbye.